In this video, I will show about SQL injections examples for web for pen tester. SQL injections are a way to bypass a vulnerability where it uses SQL queries to inject codes with a lack of encoding or skipping of user control inputs. For this first example, we can see that this root means that it's searching for this value, like a select of these columns, something like this query. So if we change like this, it is considering like a query that where we are asking originally for users with the name root, and like this we can get more petitions like SQL query. Now for the second example, in this case it's not possible using spaces in the request because give us an error. So let's try it again with the same example. We're getting this error because there is a space between or, and to bypass it, we can use a tabulation. So we need to use encoding inside the HTTP request. And if we write this, this percentage and the 09 means tabulation. So we can get this result. For the third example, the developer blocked the spaces and tabs, but there is another way to bypass this vulnerability using comments between the keywords to build a valid request without using spaces or tabulations. So we use the comment blocks of SQL like this. As you can see, we can get the result if we don't put the comments and we make the same as the previous examples. We get an error because we are using tabulations, or well, just tabulations. We're not using spaces. Now let's go with the fourth example. In this case, it's an example used with integers, and now they could between single quotes. Since this value is directly put in the query, it just needs to add some spaces and SQL keywords to break the syntax. So this example is pretty alike first example. So we write this without using single quotes. And we have the result. Now for the sample number 5. In this code, the developer is using something like this. This means that he tried to to fix the previous vulnerability by using this regular expression, but it is easily bypassed by doing the same as the previous example, something like this. So we can see that the regular expression that the developer used is incorrect because it just makes sure that the ID starts with a digit because of the dollar sign right here. Now let's go with the example number 6. In this example is another error in the regular expression because in this case, this expression makes sure that the ID finishes with a digit because of the dollar sign is very like this, but the dollar sign ends here too. So to bypass it, we just have to add a digit at the end of the payload, and it can be placed next to a SQL comment like this. Okay, there is an error because we didn't finish with a digit. So if we write this, now we get the result. Now let's go with the example number 7. The example number 7 is the beginning and the end of the string are correctly checked. However, the regular expression contains the modifier /m that is a multi-line modifier. Let, uh, let me show an example of this regular expression. Here it is the /m that means multi-line, and this is validating that just one of the lines is containing an integer. So the other lines can be whatever. So we can write something like this. And we get the result because this is like making a new line and we can bypass it like this. For the example number 8, in this example, the other order sort is used in this case. We can use order by statement by inserting backticks for the name of the column that we want to sort like this. In this case, is ordering by name. As you can see, it's order first the letter A, then R, and finally the U. If we order by age, you can see that it's ordered ascending. First the lowest value and finishes with the longest value. Now let's see the example number 9. It is similar as the previous one, but instead of using backtick, we can use if statement, so we can generate more payloads. So we can write something like this. We get the result and it's ordering by name, and the ID is ascending to. Now if we put 0 in here, now it's ordering different.